to you gon' vex. But I tell you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners gon' eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will divide us to win an election. Believe it or not, Guyanese no smarter than that. Yeah, I told you, it's your boy Padmore. Unity is the key. We are all one and we should be treated as one. Our ancestors were slaves and laborers, but the life they endured made it better for us. We honor their sacrifice and the freedom they bought for we. But some descendants of slaves use that to fuel the rich. It doesn't matter what's your skin color, when we bleed blood it's red the same. Let's respect and love one another. When a brother cry we must feel the pain. We're Portuguese, African and Indian. We're Chinese mixed up, we're Amerindians. We're all Guyanese. Let's end this segregation. I'm appealing to Guyanese in the diaspora. We welcome you home. We've got a lot to offer. It's not the same place that you run away from. Come see the paradise Guyana has now become. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. It's a message I just want you to understand. Stop and think for a minute. Really think for a minute. If we can't fix the present, then we should work on the future. This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I.
From the islands, from the east to the west side, that's my land. The secret was my home. So that's my home. So when we been a suffer, nobody not been a fight for we. Now everybody want a peace, oh. We started reach the sin, well, and where before they bring exam for final health for we. We know how that fill up their minds, you see. And how that make them a rival way. Me just wish them could have seen all of the years they been a suffer like that. Me say forever, forever and ever. A secret boy my own. A secret boy my own. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but a secret boy is forever my own. Remember childhood days, the by the riverside and laugh and play. The black water when I learned to swim back then, still living in my memories. Always try live good with neighbors. From them cry we offer assistance. And when we didn't have much, everybody liked us. That's why we don't believe that. When we see it on the media, yo, them coulda tried claim peace in my land. When we never see none of them when struggle, me not go on, yo, a kind of leader. Fight down poor people for land where them grow up on. Most generous people in the world. From anyone knock, we are open windows. But forever, forever and ever, a secret boy is my own. A secret boy is my own, yeah. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but a secret boy is forever my own. Forever my own. A secret boy is my own. Secret boy is my own, yeah. So forever, forever, forever. A secret boy is forever my own. you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly, Courdel Jones. It's wonderful to be here with you this morning as we kick off the 11th of February 2025. Morning to all persons across the diaspora, morning to all persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Special good morning to all those persons who are working on projects across the country. Morning to all the contractors, morning to the people at Ministry of Public Works. All the ministries across the country. Morning to all you guys, the ministers, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys had a wonderful evening's rest and you're ready and rearing to go today, Tuesday, the 11th of February. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Couple of things for us to talk about. I know something's wrong. Yeah, a couple of things for us to talk about this morning. I keep telling y'all, Guyana, I don't think there's any other country like us. We special. We special. You understand? We special. So I am not gonna touch on this too much, but I noticed a bit of hypocrisy and I wanted to call it out today. No, last night there was an interview with a young lady and the Guyanese critic, the young lady making some allegations. And I saw a lot of persons in the comment section. This is a government attack on Muhammad and the young lady lying. And this is why they have a lot of persons who go through these things and then they don't want to come forward. Now, if the young lady is lying, the system, the police, well, the courts, that's their role to determine the veracity of her story, right? I am suggesting to persons who feel like they they're the judge, jury, and executioner in relation to sexual assault in this country. Y'all have a seat. Sit down. Sit down. None of you are there. None of you know. If that young lady is lying, she'll pay the consequences to that because her story has to add up. But you understand? Persons will investigate. Whether she's on the AIDS, Child Care Protection Agency, the police will investigate. Right? And if it is a case where you want to say that, oh, we can't trust the police, mom, it's got enough. What's it gonna plan on saying that? But whoever's accused has enough money to pay a private investigator to probably clear the name. So y'all relax and don't bombard that young lady because she was brave enough to tell her story. Right? And Jesus. Look, one thing I'm telling you out here, I often know. I've been seeing like so many social media influencers. Jeez, I'm so glad I don't get in trouble. Like my family, I try my best not to embarrass. I try, I try my best not to embarrass y'all. You understand? I see a lot of these influencers getting caught up in a bunch of worries. Oh, look at this here. And Raphael, oh, jeez. And anyway, don't I don't. Whatever it is in relation to whatever is in relation to this matter, I hope that it is investigated thoroughly. And whoever is wrong, faces the consequences. Faces the consequences. It's a sad situation. Moving on. So for those who don't know, Ministry of Housing was in Linden yesterday, and several certificates of title were disbursed to allottees in Linden. Now, the government is expanding its home ownership program in Linden. As you would know, as I would say here and lament often on this program, not in Region 10 Linden, there's no one there that would have received a house lot 2050 to 2020. However, yesterday, 275 Lindeners received land titles and agreements of sale. Not to disaggregate, as Nigel Hughes likes things to be disaggregated, 150 certificates of title and 125 sales agreements were distributed to residents of Linden Region 10 yesterday. Now, this marks a significant step in helping families achieve home ownership and long-term stability. Now, in relation to the development of Amelia's Ward Phase 4, this has, as you would know, is underway. Now, the recipients were allocated lands in Amelia's Ward Phase 4, more popularly known as Conception Fits Hope, where over 400 allocations have already been made. 127.5 million was invested in 2024 for road infrastructure and I should say for road construction and other infrastructure improvements to develop that area. So access where they need bridges and culverts, pipelines for water distribution in the community, electricity, poles and stuff like that. You understand? Now, currently, lot identification is ongoing to ensure that persons are able to identify their lots and swiftly start their building process. So occupancy is something that does not take long. Somebody said they're not getting sound. Guys, just let me know if you're hearing me in the comment section, please. Pam, you hearing me? Marlon Boyce, you hearing me? Arjun, are you hearing me? Ready Prasad, you hearing me? Let me check myself. Yeah, man, people hearing. I don't know what these, I don't know around these people at Marconi Hospital and the internet. Check the internet of Marconi Hospital. Anyway, so the government made a commitment to provide affordable housing for Guyanese, not rich Guyanese, not overseas based Guyanese, all Guyanese. So whether you're rich, poor, middle income, overseas based, locally dwelling, hinterland, coastland, the Irvinali administration made a commitment to provide affordable housing for Guyanese. Now, Minister Colin Crowell reaffirmed the PPPC government's commitment to elevating living standards by expanding home ownership opportunities. Now, he emphasized that owning land provides security and a foundation for future growth for families. Now, there has been more put on the cards for developmental plans for housing in Linden. Minister Susan Rodriguez, minister within the Ministry of Housing, would have announced that the government is acquiring more lands to meet the region's growing housing demand. At least 800 lots will be regularized to expand access to home ownership and basic amenities. Now, that I can touch on regularization. Now, if you remember, it wasn't last year, I think it was the year before. Minister Rodriguez was in Linden in Amelia's ward. I can't remember the name of the school, but that would have been, I think, the first set of titles that would have been disbursed for Fitzhope Conception, the extension of Amelia's ward. And at that ceremony, the representative, the parliamentary representative for the PNCR, Mr. German Figueroa, got up and went to the podium and spoke to organized squatting. You understand me? Organized squatting. I was happy that, Minister Rodriguez is a minister that is able to drop it in you in a very calm and polite way. And that's how she dropped it in you. You can't have organized illegality, right? Look at the areas that this current administration went into office and were able to regularize in Linden so far. Where it was German Figueroa oblivious to this? Was Aubrey Norton oblivious to this? Was he visiting his pig farm 2015 to 2020? Christopher Jones, was he oblivious to this? This guy from the AFC, the useless, purposeless Devin Sears, was he oblivious to this? That these people were squatting, they had access to light, they had access to water, they had access to roads, basic amenities they had access to. That he could come to the people in Linden and say, yes, we had organized squatting, it was organized, yes, everybody was living the slumdog millionaire life. Instead of Jordan shut his mouth, because they did nothing for those people to make their lives better. You understand? People at Amelia's ward Fitzhope today are in better standing because of this administration, Minister Cole and Minister Rodriguez. They now have something of value to take to the bank. They now have something to take. They got something. They could left for the children. They got legacy, unlike the Granger administration. No legacy. Single parents, no, they got safe shelter over their head. No landlord could put them out or nothing like that, or arbitrarily raise the rent on them. But that didn't matter to people like Jeremy Figueroa. That didn't matter to people like Vanessa Kissoon or Sharon Simon or the idiot deputy mayor Blair. as none of them made representation for those persons who are squatting in Linden. And as a matter of fact, based on what we know from the former Minister of Housing, they'd have been out on their ass. Just like those people in Sophia. They didn't relocate them. They threw them out. They went and break down the place. I'll be coming to squatting just now because I couldn't believe that I let this story slip by me last week. The PBB can broke down your place after they try all effort to help you. They gave you house lot, they pay you for the thing that you're supposed to get there. They help you move. If you had animal, they gave farmland for fun. Jesus Christ. They did nothing for those people who are squatting in Amelia's Ward and all those different areas in Linden. Grange ever visit? Anyway. Now, the communities that are set to benefit from housing regularization, and this is to show you, I mean, sometimes this thing is really upset me, you know. Especially when I hear persons talking, but the government is doing nothing, and they're thieving up all the money, and I'm like, what? Listen, in any government, they got some sort of corruption. Again, I'm saying that this is not necessarily at the ministerial level, but we got people working in ministries, and people will find some way for make money. You understand? Sometimes I wonder if these persons feel is the ministers typing out these contracts, and is the minister going and check out the contract to see if something's short, and the contractor give the engineer a little tap up, light slide. How the hell? How do you think about it? It's not the ministers how they're doing this work. They're depending on persons to have integrity, and in some cases they may not. But just listen to communities in Region 10 that are scheduled to benefit from regularization. This is aside from the many communities that have been regularized already. Right? So this process is to provide regularization and to improve infrastructure and to provide legal land ownership for these persons in these areas. So Xavier, Silver Hill, Kumaka, New Harden, West Watuka, Plantation, Wismore, Block E and F of Kansas City, Green Valley, Block F, Amelia's Ward, Block 43, and Tuning. In the region that supports the PNC and somewhat the AFC, all these areas remained unregularized. But could a keep blowing field 2,000 acre and land in the same region? And he didn't even deliver because in this day and age, the rigor artist that is trying to pull there, it can't work. So he didn't even deliver. And the people who actually doing the right thing in y'all mind, voted for y'all, give y'all a win. You could put some effort into doing something for them. All these areas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 areas in there. People squatting like a tail. People squatting like a tail. And the people who getting the support in doing nothing for them. Now, what people need to understand is the regularization process. Right? This process that the government is going to be taking these people through ensures that these residents gain access to essential infrastructure, water, electricity, roads. This will help to empower families with land ownership. It will help to prevent squatting and ensure long-term community development. Now, what you need to understand is that a squatting area is not on the government's development plan. So if you, I just call it an area. If you got an area named Morocco, everybody here squatted, I'm not saying Morocco is a squatting area, I'm just calling a random name. Just come to me. If we're using Morocco as an example, and everybody is in there squatting, that's not the government's development agenda. That's not an area that the government thinking, well, we got people living there that we need to make sure things going on. In the government mind is bush. It is an empty area that they got developed at some other time. When I first went into plantation fit home conception, I was surprised to see so many people living how they live in. Literally a sand road to go in here. You know who could have drive in here easily? The regional chairman, Deron Adams. Complete waste. Go on a diet. Waste. Deron Adams could have drive in there with the state land cruiser. And he got four-wheel drive in the high. But the people who actually living in there, no access to water, no access to electricity, had to foot it to the sand, chigger in the tail. When they reach home, the chair reach home, they pick and chigger out the foot like they're going mad. But Deron could run it there with the big Jeep. That is not his own. It might be you and me, no. They may know the region that I never see Shamus. It might be you. But the big Jeep. Well, the residents gotta put it in there. Right? And mind you, this place is behind, is to the back of Amelia's ward. So you got to come in regular Amelia's ward and then go into that area there. If the taxis go in, they charge you more because it was a sand road. Remember, they're not on the development plan of government because there's a squatting area. Nobody, unless somebody comes and says, hey, Mr. Minister, Madam Minister, they got what 400 people living in the back there. How else they gonna do? You understand? How is it gonna know? But Londoners continue to benefit from this PPPC administration's housing agenda. When it's regularization, young professional, actually getting your house slap, turnkey, whatever it is. The government continues to honor its commitment to providing affordable housing across the Excuse me. Thousands of Guyanese, including those in Region 10, are gaining access to housing, creating more opportunity for home ownership. These developments reflect the government's vision for inclusive growth and economic stability. And again, I maintain these things were not on the agenda 2015 to 2020. Right? The regularization of these areas, the distribution of titles, the distribution of the signing of sales agreements demonstrates the government's proactive approach to housing development. And holistically, this will ensure sustainable growth and improve quality of life for the Londoners. Improve quality of life for the Londoners. And I think at the end of the day, I'm waiting to see how Londoners, I guess, Londoners, they all have good sense. That's all I can tell. Let me move on. What's happening around the place? Now, guess what? Let me upgrade it. So they have been launched of the 10-year passport, and this aligns with the government's national modernization efforts, right? So there will be the new 10-year e-passport. We're moving up in this world, people. So the Central Immigration and Passport Office under the Guyana Police Force officially launched the 10-year passport, and this was yesterday. Right. This initiative is a part of President Ali's vision to modernize Guyana and enhance service delivery. Now, the passport has advanced security features, and this falls in alignment with international standards. The new passport includes an embedded electronic chip, making it an e-passport that meets global travel security standards. This upgrade enhances identity protection and ensures a smoother, broader crossing by I should say, facilitate smoother border crossing by improving the authentication process. Now, the passport design embraces the One Guyana theme, symbolizing national unity and cultural diversity. You notice we have the Kaji pheasant there, being our national bird. Now, in terms of flexibility with the passport's validity and pricing options. Applicants now have the choice between the 5-year passport, which is at the same cost of $6,000, or the 10-year passport, which will be offered at $12,000. You understand? So 6 and 12. This option benefits frequent travelers, professionals, overseas-based Guyanese who prefer a longer validity period. Now, there'll be a transition process. Right. Now, the government is working to introduce an online passport application system to make the process faster and more efficient. Currently, applications are submitted manually, but once the online system is launched, citizens can apply remotely, reducing wait times at the passport office. So somebody else was talking about that in the opposition the other day, and it's being addressed. Shut your mouth. Anyway, the passports will have biometric features. I hope the opposition the biometric features. Hope this calms them down a little bit. All applicants must undergo biometrics enrollment, including fingerprinting, to enhance security and prevent identity fraud. Now, this ensures that the passports are only issued to legitimate applicants, reducing the risk of forgery and impersonation. PNCR AFC. Reducing, yeah, you understand? So there'll also be stricter rules for lost and damaged passports. Now, the government is reviewing the replacement policy for lost and damaged passports to prevent abuse. Future adjustments may include longer waiting periods for replacement to deter fraudulent claims. Now, excuse me, applications must be submitted by February 7, 2025. Applications submitted before February 7, 2025 will receive the previous version. So if you understand me, if you submitted an application for your passport on the 2nd of February 2025, the process already started in terms of getting a passport together, right? And the cutoff date is the 7th of February 2025. So if you submit it on the 7th, everything before the 7th, the old passport you get. Everything from the 10th of February 2025, those persons will be issued with the new e-passport. I can say it again. One year, the people launch a new passport and they're still giving some people old passport and it's a government plot and all kind of thing. If you submitted your application on or before the 7th of February, that processing process has started. So you will receive the old version. If you submitted on the 10th of February or thereafter, you will be receiving the new e-passport, right? Now, the government is encouraging public awareness and patience and is urging citizens to stay informed as the transition process unfolds. For further updates, including the launch of the online application system, stay tuned to the Guyana Police Force page or immigration page or Central Passport Office page so you have them. Right? Now, the new e-passport is a part of Guyana's broader digital transformation agenda, ensuring great efficiency in passport processing, stronger security measures for identity protection, international regulation, and compliance with modern travel standards. We see that this administration continues to deliver on its commitment to modernize and to make traveling, or travel, I should say, more convenient and secure for all Guyanese. Right? Now, this is second. This Banahi. This, in fact, don't let me. This Banahi. Now, I often talk about politicians misleading people into thinking that a PPPC government is their enemy. They don't come to them with facts, but just things that play with your emotions to get you upset and to get you riled up. So y'all remember this scene on screen? This is the area in Muka where the persons were squatting. Right? Squatting. And I just want to explain the difference of the two. Y'all remember that had the old lady in Peter's Hall or Eccles or some way who they going on, but she want the government give she back the fruit trees with fruits on it and all them stupidness. I would give the lady more right than these people that were there. You understand? Mind you, this is the section in the video where they tried to set the excavator on fire. The excavator that was there had a legitimate reason to be there, had more right to be there than their houses that were there. Because they had no permission to be there. Right? These people, PNC, AFT people, went into Mocha when the government, over a long period of time through the Ministry of Housing, were trying to get these squatters off of this land due to the construction of the Heroes Highway. Renardon tell them stay. Nima flew her nest tell them stay. Sharisha went there and make a video. The heavy tongue girl, the PR girl from PNC, she went there and holler up on the excavator man. All kind of foolishness. All kind of foolishness these people went on with at this area. Right? They went and loaded up these squatters' head with foolishness. Y'all remember the girl rolling in the mud? Look how it is. Not knowing she's a PNC operative that going there to make the situation look worse than it actually was. Rolls yourself up in the mud to gain sympathy from Afro Guyanese in the diaspora who may not know what actually is happening on the ground. But lo and behold, and I'm surprised being here, the Chief Justice is a PVP and she this and she must go and let her resign and blah 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 blah. I'm surprised we hear the yet. Lo and behold, and some of you may know, some of you may not. The courts rule against the Mocha evictees. The courts rule against the squatters. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You ain't got no right to the land and demanding more than what is given to you after you engage in illegal activity? Just like me robbing the bank and then going to central bank and telling me you gotta give me more money. This bank ain't had enough inside. What stupidness is this? You understand? So the court ruled against the mock evictees. They had no legal right to the land. So Chief Justice Roxanne George will Shire, the Chief Justice, ruled that the evicted mocker residents, and listen to me carefully, the evicted mocker residents were trespassers. They were trespassing. You got no documentation, nothing for this land. And you going on like you heading good. You met PNC people. So I even wonder if those people who held out and went to the court case, I wonder where they're living now. They could have done moving to the new house and probably collect the title already. But you holding out because some stupid PNC lawyers tell you that you could get more money for something that you did not own. This is like Nigel Hughes buying land from a man who didn't prove to you that he owned. You see the man occupying this land. He says 50 acres he owned, and you pay $2 million. Who does pay $2 million for 50 acres of land? I am asking anybody in this country, anybody on this life, if you have another similar scenario of 50 acres of land selling for $2 million, y'all please let me know. Anywhere in the country, coastal hinterland, 50 acres of land for $2 million. Nigel Hughes got ringing his nose because I think Mr. Monroe bossy back and throw salt in it. That kind of Paco behavior. I never heard of that. 50 acres of land. This man is showing you a lease. He's I'm frustrated, man. He getting me lease fee with these people, man. I land from him, man. All right, no problem. $2 million. What nonsense is that? What madness is that? I am asking anybody at Lands and Survey, GGMC, place that deal with land, forestry, if they know of any piece of land, private, government, or wherever, right? Sell it for $2 million, 50 acres. Any transaction similar to that, 50 acres. Madness. Madness. So again, I remind you, the Chief Justice said and has ruled that these persons who were fighting up and kicking up and rolling up in the mud had no legal title to the land. They were trespassers. Now, I remind you, the residents, these trespassers refused relocation offers from the government in 2022, leading to their eviction in January of 2023. That's to remind you how long this thing going on. You know? That's how long this thing going on. The government talking to them since 2022. They're running in court and get lashed in 2025. Here, it might be bad mindfulness to say this, but I just say it in that term. I'll say it this way. If central housing does not offer you that house land after this, I do not blame them. Right? If after you lose this case here at central housing, you go to central housing and they say, we could still get your house land. If central housing says you try that, I don't blame them. I'm sorry to say, I don't blame them. You got tried it. Imagine since 2022, central housing, this guy, he run something, a short, dark skinned guy, interacting with them steady. They want to move, they're going on. Now, it was made clear that the Central Housing and Planning Authority acted within its rights to clear the land, which was reserved for the new East Bank Road. Now, the court found that the applicants did not establish their case, citing lack of sufficient or accurate evidence. So imagine you going to say, well, these people should pay me more. I had this fee. And the Chief Justice said, okay, well, please show me your title for this land, that you own this land. Well, ma'am, we've been there for 10, 50 years, that's not ownership. That don't give ownership. You can get it since age immemorial. It don't give right to ownership. Now, claims of constitutional breaches were dismissed as unfounded. The Chief Justice stated that the residents should have filed a private law case for property damage instead. Now, the Central Housing and Planning Authority offered alternative lands and compensation as a part of the relocation and regularization process. These applicants chose not to participate in the relocation process, making them trespassers by law. So the government's actions were in line with urban planning regulations and it was necessary for the development of critical infrastructure. Now look at the flip side of this. And I hope whoever from the PNC who set up these people, y'all take accountability. The evictees now must pay damages to the Attorney General's chambers and the CHMPA by June 30th, 2025. You understand? So you go looking for money and come out to the case, guy, have to pay money to people. You understand how these PNC people have set you up? These people go to court because PNC person said, we gonna win this case to you, we gonna get the $100 million you for this property that you don't own, that you trespass and come and build on. That the government will help you to move to something that you could actually own. No, they got to pay damages to the state. They got paid damages to the Central Housing and Planning Authority. Now, this ruling reinforces the principle that state lands cannot, I repeat, cannot be occupied illegally without consequence. Don't listen to Aubrey Norton and those are the idiots that tell you, your guy needs to, you can take whatever land you want. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, right? As a guy needs, you're entitled to access to that. But you can't just decide to go, oh, I see this 50 acres here. I'll take it. It doesn't work like that. Right? So the AP and UFC opposition previously misled the public, claiming that the evictions were politically motivated and targeted. Again, playing on the emotions of Maconians. The court ruling debunks the opposition's propaganda, confirming that the evictions were lawful and necessary for development. So the Irfanagi administration and look at, hey, it's Afro guy, he's living there, let me throw them out. No, the Irfanagi administration was doing what the Granger administration couldn't or didn't want to do, develop the country. Now, the Heroes Highway is a major infrastructure initiative that improves transportation and economic development. Right? And that is what we need to remember. One person can stop the development for thousands. Or according to, I think it's Star Wars or Star Trek, whichever one, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Right? Many people wanted that highway. So the few illegal persons that were there wasn't going to stop the development. So this decision by the court vindicates the government's actions and exposes the opposition's attempt to exploit the issue for political gain. It also reaffirms the importance of legal land ownership and structured urban development. So if you're watching me this morning, I'm suggesting if you're thinking about squatting or occupying lands illegally, don't do it. If the PNC send you, don't do it. Don't do it. You rent your place until you can get your house lot. And I often hear people say they can't afford rent, so this is why they go and squat. You got to find materials there, you got to find light, you got to find water, you got to fetch it, and you got to pay for it to come. So now best you pay for some place when them things coming to you. You got extra hustle? Come on, man. Come on. Guys, I headed out here a little early today. I gotta get into town to get some stuff done. Thank you for being here on the program with me. Look out for the show tomorrow, same time, same place. And tomorrow evening, we will have the resuscitation of Behind the Agenda. There'll be good guys out there today. Watch out for the persons who may not be looking out for you. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace, it's all about love, it's all about one guy.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.